Wonder if I'm gonna be in trouble. This has been out here since the shop door got froze shut. I wonder if she's been looking for that. Well, I don't know if we'll make a video out of this or not, but yeah, I'm gonna get started on this today. This is a disaster, as you can see. And goal today is to get anything that has nothing to do with, if it doesn't have something to do with getting the car ready, it doesn't have any business being in the shop. That's kind of the approach I'm going to take with it today. And Homecoming Queen's not going to be too happy because I'm going to probably clutter up our garage, and that's just the way it goes. But we got to get moving. Getting late. It's February 2nd, and the car still looks like it did when we left Boone. We thought, we're just out here shooting the breeze and thought, let's take the bumper off. So, see if we can get something done. What?
I'm gonna cut myself on one of these shirts.
Yeah. Gonna need a new nose piece. I don't think that one's salvageable. Got a few things that are a little bit sketchy. Gonna have to get some advice on that. I don't think it's a bad deal, but I'm gonna have to get some advice on that. And then that other bar go, Brett, that was bent. Oh, this bar back here. That looks even worse off the car. Yeah, I don't think there's much. We can save that triangle. Let's try to save that triangle. We might. Nope, that's not good. No, the triangle's killed too. Well, that's good. It's Friday, February the 9th, and I just left the recycling center, also known as the dump. Had to take a bunch of beat up stuff out there, and Homecoming Queen noticed a couple of weeks ago that she could see the old toilet that we had put out behind the shop. She could see that toilet from the interstate, so she was appalled, and so I had to get that. I had to take that as well. Had a bunch of old crap that just was laying around cluttering the shop up, and so we took a truckload to the dump. That sun's terrible. But goal for this weekend, I really want to have the car ready to get it scaled and set up and all that kind of stuff by the end of the day tomorrow. So got a bunch of parts coming down from Performance Bodies, and right now Darren's gonna do us a huge favor and bring that to us, but I may make a trip up there too, because we also need a little bit of need some munchies from Martin Brothers up in Waterloo, up in Cedar Falls, sorry. And so that's kind of our go-to when we want to get some of the good munchies for like game day and stuff like that. So, and it's Super Bowl weekend, so hopefully the Chiefs don't let us down. See where we get today. Right now I'm gonna go back to the house and go back to the shop and grab an Argon bottle, take it to town and get it refilled, and might need to weld up some control arms this weekend, so hopefully we'll get that knocked out. So, see what we get done today. I got the Argon bottle filled up today, and some poor guy was there, and he was backed into the stall where you load where they load you up, and so I walked in. I said, hey, I need an Argon bottle filled. And he said, well, did you back up to the center bay? And I said, no, there's a SUV there. And this guy behind the counter looked at me like, an SUV? Well, long story short, I was paying for mine when that guy was trying to pay for his, and he told the guy that he was paying that he's out there with his SUV, and the guy said, hey, we can't put those bottles in your SUV. That's against the law. And I felt terrible about the guy. I mean, if I wasn't in such a hurry, I was going to offer to take his for him. I thought the same thing when I pulled.
Oh, they tell me I'm home where no storm.
Well, I should have probably done that good deed earlier today and given that guy a lift with his tanks, because now I'm stuck on the side of the road. Not even quite to 380 yet, coming back from Performance Bodies. So little silver started to overheat, and I don't know, might be the end of her. This was going to be a productive day, but it didn't turn out to be. So Big Silver's pulling Little Silver. Well, in that last video, I said that Little Silver was probably on her last leg, and she might still be, but she survived that last deal. Pretty minor deal. Wound up having to put a new water pump gasket in it, I think, and the thermostat was stuck. So pretty minor in all things considered. And up to that point, the heater wasn't working either, so that should have been a good sign for me, but I didn't pick up on it until we were overheating up on 380. So all good now. On the off chance that we make a video today, we're going to try to attack. He's going to take the front end and I'm going to take the back end, and discovered our spindle is bent to there. We didn't really look at this close enough, probably. Kind of leads you to believe other stuff might be bent, so probably just take that apart, and might as well change the brake line while you're at it. I got a new brake line.
Oh, did you?
Yep, got a new brake line. Got new control arms. We just got to decide if we're going to put the control arms together, or Darren offered to do it too, so we'll see what we get done today. I don't think the pictures can do it justice, but like this is bent out. That's bent obviously down, and we're afraid that it has maybe pulled that frame horn up. But I'm not sure. And then this side's also bent out, but it doesn't look like anything's, kind of bent. Like none of this is bent over here, just on that side. Well, it's Sunday, February 25th, and we're going to try to get a full day in the shop. We got a lot to get done, and we got a little bit of a surprise for the wrap this year, so we need to get that. We need to get body and all that kind of stuff on so we can measure and get the information to the wrap guy that we're using. So we'll see how that all turns out, but we got a lot going on, a lot to do. And before we even think about kind of getting the car set up, so hopefully this is a good productive day. First time we're using our DRP bearing greaser thingy, and appears to be a game changer, right? A lot better than that. A lot better than that cattle syringe that we were using before.
Yeah.
That's nice. That was unbelievable.
Kind of wiggle it around and got it everywhere.
Somebody should have thought of that earlier, huh?
About 6 hours. I just saved it.
And a lot of
Forearm strength.
A lot of forearm strength and some naughty words, at least in your head. Another cool little game changer. Oops. When Brett got that last guy out deal at Boone, I am at the tail end of a long hike up to the hot chute again. They're going to have Brett go out on the track. We're going to have Brett go out on the track and drive up on the box. And he was the first in points of the non-qualifier. So it sucks to have the non-qualifier part, but kind of means they've had a pretty good week here. So we'll see what they're going to do with him. And I'm hoping to get there before they call him out. So we'll get some on video. In 21, Wares had this as one of the contingency gifts, awards, whatever you want to call it, and this is a game changer too. Obviously, I've got the part number upside down, so sorry about that, Chad. But another game changer. Just basically pull your rods off, mark where you want them at before you tear them apart, and then you just shrink them down to whatever length you need them. So, pretty cool. A little bit of a progress report for the day. It looks like we're going backwards actually, but we're making good progress. Obviously, we haven't put anything back together yet, but we need some additional stuff from Darren at Performance Bodies, so we're going to make an order. And we got the wrong spindles, so I got the wrong spindles. So we got to get those back, and then we'll put the front end back together. We're gonna put new inner seals in the rear end, pack all the bearings, going to pack all those bearings. And since we got to pack the bearings, that means we got to take everything apart. So while it's apart, we're going to stick those inner seals in and clean everything up good. Put new bearings, or pack the bearings there. We took the decking off. Going to think about battery location, fuel cell location while this thing's all apart. Yeah, we took the decking off to replace all that. So we're going to cut that up and, probably not get too far on putting it all back together, but got to get a breakaway, that breakaway piece right there. Got to get a new one of those. So we're making some progress, even though it looks like we're going the opposite of that, but we are making progress. Not going to believe what we're making here. Oh. Found determined to break that. That right there is the pulley adapter. What do you think?
Well, it falls on there.
I mean, you think?
Should we goop it in there?
Oh,
Stick some goop in there.
make sure it fits in that tube. No. We're gonna have to put.
So we got to put this in there and then slide it
That's
in
right.
And we didn't goop it in there.
Jeez.
All right.
Well,
Well, that goes in there then.
nothing can be easy. All right. This is what we're going to use for. This is what we're going to use to pound our seals in.
It's like it was made for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has a fan adapter laying around. I don't know why we have one laying around, but it's going to come in handy, I think. All right, now we just got to prep them up. I'd say just thin layer.
Wow. Like vinegar.
Yeah. Thin layer in there. And I think on the O-rings themselves, I think too, because of what he said.
Thicker than that.
Yeah, I'd say thicker than that. Probably get some on the O-rings too. I can't remember if it was the O-rings or right in between them. I think it was the O-rings because the in-between part was to get the grease in between the. Yeah, get the O-rings. I think is if I'm remembering right now.
You smell that?
Yeah, I think the in-between is the inside for the grease.
So stop getting it on the in between.
No, I don't think it's gonna hurt nothing. No.
Leaks in the rear end.
Yeah, we're tired of not taking any chances. We're tired of rear end grease coming out and messing up our floor. That wasn't hard at all, was it? What are we doing?
It's
You think it's in?
probably a quarter of an inch into the.
Does it stop or do we?
No, it won't stop. You can just hammer it. But I also got to be able to reach it to put the stuff in.
Huh?
I also got to be able to reach it to put the stuff in.
Yeah. Well, see what you think. So far, I like that way better.